Hitherto, the church had been the arbiter of morals, the giver of moral truth. The idea that there isn't a fixed truth, the capital T, seems to us now quite commonplace in the 20th century, but Nietzsche was really a pioneer of this position. It seems to us very simple today, because I think that we've more or less, all of us, taken it on board. The idea that we're not determined by some outside forces, that life is there for the making, that you make your choices, you develop yourself through your own effort.
I think of Nietzsche as the first great punk philosopher. I see him there in the Pantheon with a safety pin stuck through his nose and two fingers thrust up in the general direction of the philosophic Pantheon. And that is a positive aspect of him. As it were, paradoxically, in his most apparent nihilism, he seems to me also to be the most apparently positive of thinkers, because he's enjoining people to do it themselves in that way. His philosophy is not a guide that you should think like him, it's a guide that you should think for yourself.
Although Nietzsche was a great liberator, the kind of freedom he helped bring into being was also a terrible burden. He was all too aware that the death of God had left a void where certainties once existed. In order to fill it, he tried to do something which no one before him had ever attempted, and for which he would pay a heavy price.
He wanted to be the moralist of the new post-God society, so he was setting himself a task that he couldn't possibly fulfill. No one could fulfill that task. And without suggesting crudely or simplistically that he copped out by retreating into madness, I do think that some such escape was inevitable.
It's almost a subject for a play, is what went on in Nietzsche's mind those last fateful days before he was found in a state of dementia, whether or not those last few days reflected some hideous awakening or re-evaluation of all his own values.
Nietzsche's momentous philosophical journey ended at the age of 44 in insanity. How far did the responsibility he took upon himself as a thinker in the end destroy him as a human being? On his passage into the unknown, did he discover the ultimate truth about what it really means to be human, all too human?